All right, I just got home from one of my local card store, and inside the store there's a bunch of tables where people can open packs and play games and whatever. And there's always garbage bins right beside each tables, and when I was passing by the table, I noticed a bunch of card was just in the garbage. So you know what that means. It means free cards for me. So I took a bag. I asked the employee for a bag, and he knew what I was doing, so it's not really stealing, even though it was in the garbage.
You are a bum.
But the employee let me take the cards, and all of these cards were inside the garbage bin. There's a couple of Pokemon cards from Crown Zenith, and the rest is all Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I'm not really familiar with, so I'll have to look at these cards individually. In my opinion, the person just kept the good cards and threw away all the cards that he thought were useless. I only checked these two cards on eBay, and this one sells for $10, and I can get $3 for this one. So there's maybe some profit to be made in these cards. One thing for sure is I'll have to take some time to go through all of them. Alright, so basically here is everything that was in that little bag. I put everything in different categories. First with the Pokemon cards. This stack right here is a bunch of energy cards. We have the ETB dividers that these I might actually keep to divide the bulk that I keep. And the only Pokemon card that was kind of valuable, well not valuable but cool in my opinion, in this little stack was this holographic energy card from Crown Zenith. Just wanted to show you guys the Pokemon cards that was in the garbage. These are not worth a lot, but it's still cool art to see, and I'm probably going to keep all of these since I haven't started buying Crown Zenith cards. But there was also a bunch of code cards in the garbage also that I'm gonna resell, so I'll probably have like $1 or $2 of code cards right here. And now moving on to the last stack, these cards are a little more valuable, and when I was looking at the prices on eBay, I was like kind of shocked to see that someone just threw these in the garbage, because some of these cards are like worth $10 or more. But like I said, these were in the garbage, and I have no idea why someone would throw them away, but the value will be on the side. And these cards are probably going to bring me a little $50 to $60, just these cards alone, without the other stacks of bulk cards. And yeah, I have no idea why someone would throw these in the garbage bin. The person that opened these cards was already in a card store, so he could have just bring these cards to the counter and trade them in for cards that he wanted. But I guess not everyone is smart with their money. Stupid. And I'm gonna turn trash into money. So I don't want to say to look in the garbage bins, but if you see something that's worth something just floating on top of garbage, don't be shy or embarrassed to pick it up, because I was in the store for like an entire 5 minutes looking through the garbage bin, and I emptied the garbage bin and took all these cards back home, and now I'm gonna have $60 to $70, maybe $80 worth of profit.
You are a bum.
I finally sold it, and you might be wondering what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this mother. What? The reason why I'm saying this is because every time I'd come and pick something up from this bin, I'd always have to like move this magazine around and see his ugly face. Gay! But this magazine sold today on eBay. I believe I paid like 25 cents for this, and this sold for $20 on eBay. And I'm glad I'm getting rid of this. Alright, just wanted to show you guys what I picked up today at the thrift store. Like I always say, books are really underrated in my opinion. A lot of people skip them at the thrift store. And today I found these two animals and anatomy books. Here we have horses and cows, and here we have like dogs and rats. And I believe I paid $1 each or $2 each. And I was shocked when I first scanned the barcode in the thrift store, because this one sells for around $55 and this one around $30. And if these were brand new, I could sell these for around 90 bucks. So keep an eye out for these. I also found this CD thing. It's pretty cool in my opinion. Basically you put a CD in there and you just close it up, and it holds about like it holds around 60 CDs, 57 CDs.
You scratch my CD.
Why'd you scratch his CD?
This doesn't sell for a lot, but it was only $1, so I could not just leave it there. I should get around $10 to $15 for this. I also found another book that's worth quite amount of money. We have this Gray Owl book here. Paid $1 for this, I think, and this should sell for around $20. And I found this DVD of Asterix and Obelix. This is a movie from Quebec, I'm pretty sure. And this surprisingly sells for around $30 to $40 on eBay. Overall, I paid like $8 for all of this, and I should make around $100 or maybe even more of profit.
I like money.
All right, next thing sold is going to be in the G bin right over here. And I was really shocked when this item sold because it sold in like less than 2 hours. We got a Nintendo DS pink, coral pink color. This, I believe I paid $30 for this, and it sold for $65 on eBay. And the same person bought my second Nintendo DS that I listed on the same night. And these two Nintendo DS sold in like less than 24 hours. So I was really stoked about that. And the other one is going to be in the D bin. D bin probably my favorite because these bins are way more solid than these ones. These, the top kind of like cave in sometimes. But there it is. Nintendo DS black with the charger, and this sold for $67 on eBay. And these two are going to the same buyer. Next thing sold is going to be in the I bin right over here. Bit of a mess, but kind of still putting stuff in the bins. But this is all going to be cleaned up later on tonight. Just keep in mind, I'm a one-man army, meaning that everything I do is on my own, so I can't do everything. Sometimes I'm just running out of time. But tonight I sold this Bunker Battle Zones inflatable things. This is from Nerf. As you can see, he's got a Nerf gun. And when I first bought this, I thought this was worth a lot more money. I got this for $3, and it sold for $10 on Facebook Marketplace. Next thing sold is going to be in the D bin right here. Today I sold a Game Boy Advance complete game. As you can see, the box has a lot of damage, and it has some water damage on the corner right here. I believe I paid only $3 for this. It's a complete game. The game's in there, the manual's in there. There it is. So yeah, I only paid $3 for this, and this sold for $40 on eBay. Rarely sell complete games, but when I do, it's good ones like this one. And next thing sold is going to be in the one bin. So you know it's going to be a small item, and I actually sold the Pokemon cards that I found in the garbage bin. Not all of them, but I sold these two ones right here. I believe this one sold for $8 and this one $7 or vice versa. Not that much, but when you think about it, I found these in the garbage bin, so that's free money for me.
Money!
And final thing sold for the day is going to be in the E-bin. What do we have in here? Tony Hawk DVD? Nope. Oh, there it is. How can I miss it? But I actually sold this Hot Wheels Monster Jam case. Let me open it up. There it is. I believe I paid $3 to $4 for this, and this sold for $15 on eBay. Well, while I was packing the orders that I was just showing you guys, I got a notification on my phone saying that I sold another item for tonight. So I lied. I have one more item sold for tonight, and this one is going to be in the H bin, I'm pretty sure. Nothing too big, but small sales do eventually stack up. And here we have a Disturbed CD. This is from my childhood, so I don't think I paid necessarily $1 for this. And I believe this sold for $7 on eBay. Next thing sold is going to be in the D bin once again. Let me move this out. Where is it? There it is. So we have this little box here by Philip Glass. It's basically 2 CDs inside of here with a little booklet. Originally this was listed for like $25, but someone offered me $10 on Facebook Marketplace, and I just accepted it because I believe this is not one of them items that's super popular, so getting rid of some stuff and still making profit is what should matters. Next thing sold is actually going to be a Game Boy game. This one's going to be in the one bin. And where is it? Gotta be in here. Yep, there we have it. We sold a Pokemon Game Boy pinball game. I believe I paid $25 for this game like 6 months ago on Facebook Marketplace. And back then I could have doubled my money, but the prices of this game went down on eBay. So I sold this for $40 free shipping on eBay. Still decent amount of profit, but if this would have sold quicker, I would have made a little bit more profit. But that's okay. I'm still making a little bit of money, and this is super easy to ship. As you can see, I'm currently outside walking, and that's because I just picked up these 2 games and movie for free on Facebook Marketplace. There's the other game right here. These games are like worth $5, but I got them for free, and I just had to walk like 5 minutes away from my house. So just a little reminder to always take a look at the Facebook Marketplace, because there's often a lot of things that people are just getting rid of and they don't want to sell. And these games, someone was just making a huge cleanup in their house and they posted them on Facebook. First come, first serve, come pick them up. And I was lucky enough to be the first one to answer him. But like I said, nothing too major here. A little $15 profit, but I got this for free. I walked from my house, it took me like 5 minutes. So if you can make $15 in like 15 minutes, I'm pretty sure y'all would do it. Just to tell you guys, there's money everywhere, you just gotta look for it. Next thing sold is gonna be in the D bin right over here. And we have a PS3 game. I can see the PS3 games at the bottom. Let me move these. And there it is. I sold this Mugen Souls. Don't really know how to spell it. But I paid $5 for this, and this sold for $20 on eBay. Next thing sold is going to be in the 1 bin. And we have a trading card. Let me try to find it. I think it's that one. Yep. We sold this Yu-Gi-Oh card for $4.25, free shipping, but just keep in mind that I found this in the garbage, so basically it's all profit from me. Next item sold is going to be in the G bin right over here, and we have another DVD sold, this one for a little bit more than usual. This one sold for $14.99 on eBay, and this is a 9 Inch Nails DVD. Keep an eye out for band movies, band DVDs, band live concerts, all that jazz, because most of the time they sell for pretty good on eBay. Next thing sold is going to be in the A bin, and this time we have a DVD, but this one is worth a little bit more money than the other ones I usually sell. There it is. Actually, I bought this like a week ago, and this sold for $30-something. The price will be on the screen. And I only paid $1 for this, but this is a French movie from France. Really well-known franchise in Quebec or in France. That's why it's worth a little bit of money, because you can't really find this in the States or anywhere. But we have Asterix and Obelix DVD. If you ever see this for cheap, pick it up because it's a very good seller. Alright, just sold 2 wrestling action figures. The first one I sold was this MJF for $30 on Facebook Marketplace, and the second one is gonna be right here. So we got this Eddie Guerrero WWE action figure for also $30. These were part of my old collection, so I'm just getting rid of them. Maybe a bit underpriced because this one goes for $40, but the guy asked me for a deal for $30 for each, and I just accepted it because I want things moving. You might be asking yourself why I'm facing my fridge instead of the typical bins, because I just sold something that's in this little thing right here. These are all the mugs that are for sale on my eBay and Facebook. I just had no place to put them because this is kind of fragile, so I just put them in there because I had extra space, and it just doesn't take any space in my apartment. But the mug I sold is gonna be this one in the back over here. We have this Yemeni Sam from Looney Tunes on here, and I believe I only paid like 25 cents for this mug or 50 cents. And this sold for nothing major, but it sold for $5 on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam.
Next thing sold is going to be in the G bin. We got another video game, this time a PS2 game. We have Mortal Kombat. This sold for $15 on Facebook Marketplace. The guy is currently on his way to come pick it up, and I believe I only paid like $3 for this, something like that. So decent little profit right here. Next thing sold is going to be in the G bin. Now this time, this item is not mine. This is my little sister's, and she asked me to sell it for her, and of course I said yes. We got Avatar on the Xbox 360. This sold for $20 on Facebook Marketplace. Next, we got a Pokemon item, and if you can tell by this box, it's a book. Let me try to find it. That's one thing I don't like about putting books in here. They're all stacked up together, and if the book I'm looking for is at the bottom, well, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to put all these back in. And here we have it. We had a official Pokemon guide. I believe I paid like $4 to $5 for this, and I sent someone an offer of $20 on eBay, and they accepted it. This thing finally sold because it's been in my inventory for a little bit more than 6 months, probably even more than that. But I'm glad of getting rid of this, and someone's going to appreciate this more than me. Alright, next item sold is going to be in the B bin. Probably under all this stuff right here. I think it's that book. Yeah, we got it right over here. Trying to not make a mess. We got this big book right here, What Works on Wall Street. This sold for $20 on Facebook Marketplace, and I believe I only paid $2 for this. So a decent little flip right here. Next item sold, we got a pop figure, and it's gonna be right over here. We got this little Foxy the Pirate pop figure. This sold for only $9.99 on eBay. I've had this for a while in my inventory, and I simply accepted an offer. I believe I paid $3 for this, so nothing major in profit, but I'm still getting rid of something, making someone happy, and still making a little bit of money. We sold another PS2 game. Right here we have Bratz the movie with an extra disc. I think it's like a DVD disc, I'm not really sure. So yeah, this sold for $14 on eBay. Next, we got a snapback from the Chicago Bears. This I've had in my inventory for like the longest, probably 2 to 3 years. So I got an offer of $5 for this, and I simply accepted it because I want this out of my inventory forever. And in the end, I'm still gonna make like $4 of profit, which is not a lot, but I'm not losing anything. Next thing sold was these two Furbies right here. One of them belongs to my mom, and she bought it at the thrift store, and she knew it was worth reselling, so she asked me to resell it. And I sold both of these for $30, $15 each. So $15 goes to my mom and $15 goes to me. And to be honest, these Furbies are hard to find, and they were really popular back in the day. So if you ever find any of them for really cheap, pick them up because in my opinion, they're very good sellers. Next item sold is going to be in the C bin, and I think it's right on top here, so I don't need to take the lid off. But we have this big Ed Hardy bag. This I've had in my inventory for like a couple of years, never had the chance to list it. And I listed this a week ago, and I've got a bunch of messages, and finally someone's coming to pick it up as we speak. Sold this on Facebook Marketplace for $30, and I believe I paid like $1 or $2 for this. So keep an eye out for Ed Hardy bags or clothing. This brand was really popular in the early 2000s, and this brand still sells for a decent amount of money most of the time. Next item sold is going to be in the one bin, and we have a lot of trading cards. We have this WWE Sasha Banks, little lot of cards. There's like 5 or 6 cards in here, nothing too big. These were basically cards that was laying around in my apartment, and I just lot them up in certain wrestlers. Like this is the Sasha Banks lot. Here we have a Natalia lot. And just a little reminder, women's cards are usually more sought after than male wrestler cards for some reason. I don't know why. but this little lot of cards sold for $5 on eBay. Alright, next item sold is going to be in the B bin right over here. And, oh, don't have to open the bin. We have it right here on the edge. Oh. We sold this bucket of soldiers from Toy Story. This is actually pretty cool. Let me open it up real quick. If I'd be a kid, this is probably one of them things I'd be playing with. Little soldiers from the Toy Story movie. This is not complete. There's missing a couple of them. If this would have been complete, I could have sold this for a lot more, but this sold for $18 on eBay. Next item sold is going to be in the A bin, and it's right over here on top. We got this Hello Kitty 3DS XL case. I believe I paid like $2 for this, and this sold for $14 on eBay. I've had this for the longest in my inventory, so I'm glad of getting rid of it. Next item sold is going to be in the A bin right over here, and it's right on top of the bin. We have this Randy Rhoads AEW figure. This sold for $32 on eBay, and I believe it could have gone in a little bit more. Sold one brand new in the box a couple of months ago for $60 on eBay. So if you ever see this in the wild for cheap, pick it up because it's one of them rare figures of AEW. Alright, next thing sold is actually going to be this John Cena trading cards lot right here. Got a couple of them. Just want to show you guys, if you guys are a fan or not, these are still cool to see. Trading cards have picked up a lot of value in the last couple of years, ever since COVID or this scamdemic, whatever you want to call it. Next item sold is going to be in the one bin, and we have, under Chris Jericho, we have a Madonna cassette. This only sold for $5, free shipping on eBay, but just keep in mind, I got this for free, so any profit is a good thing in my opinion. So this is going to take me like 2 minutes to put in an envelope, and I'm just going to bring it alongside the other items I have to ship at the post office tomorrow. So am I really losing anything? Not really. Next, we have a piece of clothing which I rarely sell, and it's not going to be those jeans. I think it's we have this John Lennon button-up shirt. Here it is. Here's the brand, John Lennon. This is the actual artist, and it's pretty cool actually. Like, it's not something I would wear, but I like the design of it and everything. But this sold for actually $29 on eBay, and I believe I only paid $2 for this. And since I rarely sell clothing, I was really stoked to see the little eBay notification on my phone. Next, we got a cassette in the one bin. This is getting quite heavy actually. We got a Anthrax cassette. I believe I paid like 25 cents for this at the thrift store, and I sold this for $8 on eBay. Next item sold is actually not gonna be in a bin. It's this thing right over here. We have a broken MacBook. I don't even have the pins to like put this back, so I had to sell it open like that. But basically, I didn't pay a penny for this. I found this in the garbage bin right outside my apartment. When I first found it, I just saw this laying on top of the trash, so I thought it was a brand new, well, not a brand new, but a working MacBook in the trash, so I picked it up. But then I noticed that the battery was like all exploded and it didn't work. But I still put this on Facebook Marketplace for $20, and I got like 20 messages in like an hour, so I probably underpriced this. But when you think about it, it's like if I would have found $20 in the trash. So am I losing anything? Not really. We then got a toy that's been in my inventory for like the longest, probably like, I would say 2 years, and I'm glad to get rid of it. All I had to do, to be honest, was almost dropped this, but all I had to do was retake some pictures of the item because the original pictures weren't that good, and this item sold after like 2 weeks of retaking the pictures. And we got this trash pack. Let me put this right here. We got this trash pack truck, comes with a garbage in the back and a couple of figures in the truck. I believe I paid like $3 or $4 for this, and this sold for $22 on eBay. Next sale is going to be in the one bin, and we have a PC game. I think it's that one right here. Yep. We got Roller Coaster Tycoon. This is from the General Mills cereal box from like way back in the day when I was a kid. I actually found these at my local thrift store, and it was, for one, really nostalgic, and two, I was quite shocked to see that these have quite a little bit of value. This one sold for $10 on Facebook Marketplace. Next thing sold is going to be right here in this pile of boxes. We have a HP ink cartridge. Try to get it without making this fall. So basically we have this HP ink cartridge right here. This, I believe I paid $10 for this, and this sold for $30 on eBay. Nothing major profit wise, but I simply got an offer of $30 and I accepted it because I just want this out of my kitchen, and I'm still making double my money on this. Next thing sold is going to be in the pile of boxes right over here. We have another ink cartridge by HP. Let me move this around. And we sold this HP blue ink cartridge. Well, not blue, cyan actually. But I paid $10 for this, and this sold for $40 on eBay. Next item sold is in this bin right over here. This is like the video game bin, I would say, because all of my video games are in there. And this guy's about to fall. Just caught him. But we sold a 2-for-1 PC game. It's right over here. We have BioShock and Oblivion. This is brand new sealed, 2 games in 1. I sold this for $18.88 on eBay, and I believe I paid $1 for this. So nice little flip right here. Next thing I sold is this big stack of stamp catalogs from 2020. Basically, I got these at the library for free, and this stack sold for $90 on eBay. Someone sent me an offer on eBay telling me he could come pick them up tonight, and I just accepted it because these take a lot of space in my inventory, and I'm still gonna make a lot of profit by selling these. And I still have like 4 left in one of those bin over there. Next thing sold is going to be in the F bin. F bin is a bin full of books. But I sold this 500 handmade books book. Let me just show you guys real quick. It's basically a book on how to make books. And I found this for $2 at the thrift store, and this sold for $22 on eBay. Also sold another wrestling action figure, and it's the one right at the bottom over there. So let me put my phone down. So we have this John Cena action figure, brand new in the box. This sold for $45 on eBay. Next item sold is another book. I've been selling a lot of books recently. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining because books take a lot of spaces in these bins, and for some reason, sometimes books are good sellers, sometimes they're really bad, they take a while to sell, sometimes they sell really quickly. So that's why I'm like really picky on the kind of books I sell. Try to go for the books that have a higher selling rate. And the book I sold today is this one right over here. It's a book on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. No Rules Netflix and the Culture of Reinvention. Not really sure what this book is about, but I know it sold for $16.99 on eBay, and I believe I paid like $1 or $2 for this. Next item sold is gonna be in the F bin right over there. I changed my little setup a little bit because I had to clean all my floor tiles. Made a huge difference in my opinion. You guys probably can't see it, but that's why all my bins are like rearranged, reorganized, whatever. So let me put my phone down and get this. Alright, so as you can see, we finally dig this book out. We have a huge stamp catalog. Sold a couple of these like a week ago, and this one sold for $22 on eBay. And next thing sold is going to be in the one bin right over here. So you know it's going to be a small item. Where is it? Is it? Yeah, right over here. We have 2 little fitness books by Beachbody. I believe I paid like 25 cents or 50 cents each. So like $1 for both of them. And this sold for $16 on eBay. Next thing sold is going to be this plush right over here on top. Finally sold this. This has been in my inventory for like a year or so. but this sold for $9.80 on eBay. Nothing major. I only paid like $2 to $3 for this, so I'm not making that much profit, but I'm not losing anything, and I'm just glad of getting rid of this because this was not taking a lot of room in my inventory, but it's one of them big items, so I'm happy to see it go. Next thing sold is gonna be in the F bin right over here, and I don't have to dig in this one this time because it is right here on the side. I sold this System of a Down Toxicity guitar book, or no, this is actually bass recording versions. Basically, this is how to learn how to play the songs on the bass, and I believe I paid like $2 to $3 for this, and this sold for $22 on eBay. Next thing sold is going to be this pair of shoes right over here. We got a pair of Reeboks. These are not new, but I got these for like $3, and these sold for $15 on Facebook Marketplace. Next thing sold is going to be in the B bin right over here. This is a big item, so it should not be hard to miss, but for some reason I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I sold this Sony digital photo frame. I believe I only paid like $4 for this, and this sold for $19 on eBay. Next thing sold is gonna be in the G bin, and it's this guy sitting right over here actually. This is a old school Masters of the Universe figure. This has been in my inventory for like 2 years, and I recently just updated the pictures and it got more traction, and I finally sold this for $29.99 on eBay. Next thing sold now is gonna be not in these bins, but actually in my kitchen. In these little cabinets here is where I keep all my glassware, mugs, bowls, everything that's like kind of fragile, because I don't want to put anything fragile in the bins, because let's be real, something can easily break in these bins. Today I sold a mug, a plastic mug, not a glass mug or ceramic mug, but we have a vintage Smurf mug from the year 1981, I think. It doesn't say on here, but I'm pretty sure this is from the 80s. This sold for $5 on Facebook Marketplace. Next thing sold is gonna be in the A bin. Probably right here, because I see the other wrestling figures. It's gotta be, right over here. We got this, AEW Cody Rhodes figure. This is from the very first wave they did, because his skin color is very pale. They did a second wave after that where the skin color was adjusted, if you want to say. But this sold for $24 on eBay. So just keep that in mind. If you ever see one that's really pale, it's probably worth more than the one that's not pale, if you want to say. Next thing sold is going to be in the H bin right over here. We have Crash Bash on the PS1. I believe I only paid $1 or $2 for this game, and this sold for $18 on eBay. Next item sold is going to be in the I bin right over here, and I think it's this book right over here. Yep, we got The Facts of Life by Jonathan Miller and David Pelham. This book is actually pretty cool. You open it up and it's like a 3D book of the human body. But basically this sold for $21.88 on eBay, and I believe I paid like $1 or $2 for this. So decent little flip right here. Well, would you believe it? Sold another PC game. This time we have Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 from the General Mills cereal boxes. I used to have a bunch of these back in the day, and if I would have known these were gonna be worth not a lot but still profitable in 2023, I would have kept all of them. This one is it open? And this one is not open, but I paid 25 cents for this, and this sold for $17.88 on eBay. I sold Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 like 1 or 2 months ago, so if you ever see these do sell. So if you ever see these for cheap, pick them up, because they can give you a little bit of profit. All right, next item is going to be in the G bin, and we have a DVD this time. We sold Eddie and the Cruiser 2. Never seen this movie, but when I scanned it in the thrift store, I noticed that this movie was selling for a little bit much higher than regular movies that usually go for like $5 or less. But this could have easily sold for a little bit more, but I still sold this for $10 on Kijiji, and I believe I only paid $1 for this. So decent little flip right here. Alright, next thing sold is going to be in the B bin, and hopefully I can find it easily because it's a small item and I cannot see it. I think it's right over here. Yep. We have this Disturbed CD, 10,000 Fists. This is from my childhood. Used to listen to this CD a lot back then, but I decided to sell it because I don't really listen to that kind of music anymore. But this sold for not a lot, $7.88 on eBay, but it's still getting rid of some dust in my apartment and making money off of it. Remember, there's probably a lot of stuff laying in your house or apartment that you don't even need, or you'll probably won't even use ever in your life, that's collecting dust, and you can turn that dust into money. Alright, next thing sold is gonna be in the H bin right over here. This time we got a DVD, and it's this one right over here. We got The Golden Child. This is starring Eddie Murphy. Old school movie, haven't seen this ever, but pretty sure this is a well-known movie. And I got this for 50 cents a couple of months ago, and this sold for $9.98 on eBay. Forgot to do an outro for this video, but just keep in mind that I'm doing these videos just for fun and to show you guys that it's possible to make money everywhere with anything basically. And I just like to show you guys what can actually sell online. Sometimes you see certain things that you wouldn't think would actually sell online. So this is just for fun and educational purposes, and I just hope that I can help a couple of resellers out there. Or you don't have to be a reseller, but I just hope I help a regular person or anyone out there. I'm sure you have a bunch of stuff in your house that is just collecting dust that you could probably sell online on Facebook, Kijiji, eBay, Mercari, all those websites. There's a bunch of opportunities out there. We live in the age of opportunities, so take your phone, go look for some stuff to sell, and go make some money and change your life. On that note, this is the end of the video. If you could like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff, that would be appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.